welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelsey and today we're going to be doing my May TBR. So I'm going to try to film this quickly because my son is sitting right in front of me and I'm running out of storage on this phone and also time to edit this. We'll get started with what you can expect next because this is part of the problem with this video and filming it last minute. I still want to get my Hunger Games vlog out. I'm currently still in the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes and it is April 24th. So I want to film this because obviously this video is not going to be released this week. You can expect this one coming next week, so the tail end of April, so I still have time for that, but I just want to mention that this will be coming soon. Obviously, the Hunger Games follows a girl named Katniss as she is reaped for the 74th Hunger Games. The Hunger Games is a battle to the death created by this overlord government called the Capitol to pit children against one another. This one is the newest release in the series and follows Haymitch, and if you know, you know. I have been seeing nothing but really good things about this book. Everybody's crying about it, so first one on the docket. Hopefully the video will be released before the beginning of May though. Then also I just had to push back my Yellow Jackets video because of this Hunger Games vlog. So you can go see my April TBR to the books that will appear in that video. Just as like a little refresher, one of the books that will be appearing in this video is Fantastic Land by Mike Bachvin. This takes place in an amusement park called Fantastic Land where a hurricane off the coast of Florida ravages the area, isolating the individuals in the park to stay there. 5 weeks later, the authorities who rescue the survivors encounter a scene of horror. Photos soon emerge online of heads on spikes outside of rides and human bones littering the gift shops, breaking records for hits, views, likes, clicks, and shares. How could a group of survivors, mostly teenagers, commit such terrible acts? I still really want to do that vlog, so just a reminder that this is coming as well. Now let's get into my plans for this month. So I think first I'm going to talk about the Buzzwordathon. It's what I start pretty much all of my TBRs with. This is a year-long readathon hosted by Books and Lala, and the readathon originally started where a buzzword would appear in the title, so it could have been like a theme or a direct word. The second half of this like readathon where it's the buzzword cover challenge or the book cover challenge, and that is where there is a theme on the book covers as well. This month for me, the buzzword challenge is 2, 2, and 2. For that, I will be reading Too Much, How Victorian Constraints Still Bind Women Today by Rachel Verona Cote. And the book cover challenge is eyeballs prominent on the front cover. So we have them here. I don't think this is necessarily what Kayla means. So I have 2 books. If I have the time, I would love to read. We'll get to them right after this. But Too Much is a critical cry against white heteronormative propriety and a culture that prizes only masculine profusion. It encourages women to reconsider the beauty of their excesses, emotional, physical, and spiritual, in order to wrest power from these man-made boundaries. Rachel Verona Cote makes parallels between that era's fixation on women's hysterical behavior and our modern policing of the same. In the space of her writing, you're as likely to encounter Jane Eyre and Lizzie Bennet as you are Britney Spears and Lana Del Rey. She braids cultural criticism, theory, and storytelling together in her exploration of how culture grinds away our bodies, souls, and sexualities. So this sounds absolutely fantastic. What with the state of the world politically, I think it's really important to uplift voices that are tackling misogyny, racism, classism, colonialism in general. And the Victorian era is one of those eras where women were encouraged to be smaller. So looking forward to reading this. It has the eyeballs, it has 2 in it. But if I have time, I would really like to read one of these next 2 books that the cover really like accentuates an eyeball, which is what I think Kayla was going for. So the first one is Glorious Exploits by, does this move? No, okay. By Ferdia Lenin. I have no idea what it's about. An utterly original celebration of that which binds humanity across battle lines in history. On the island of Sicily, that's where my family's from. On the island of Sicily amid the Peloponnesian War, the Syracusans have figured out what to do with the surviving Athenians who had the gall to invade their city. They've herded the sorry prisoners of war into a rock quarry and left them to rot. Looking for a way to pass time, Lampo and Gelon, 2 unemployed potters with a soft spot for pottery and drinking, head down to the quarry to feed the Athenians, if and only if they can manage a few choice lines from their great playwright Euripides. Before long, the 2 mates hatch a plan to direct a full-blown production of Medea. After all, you can hate the people but love their art. This sounds really, really fun and funny. I love Greek and Roman like mythology and playwrights and stuff like that. So I think that this could really be something special for me. But I also have another book that I kind of want to read more. It's just a bit larger, and that's Evil Eye by Etafrum. So it follows a girl named Yara who has to run away from her tumultuous childhood in Brooklyn. Now in North Carolina, Yara has achieved everything she's set her heart on. She's highly educated, she's a wife, she's a mother, and when things are going a little too good, something happens at the college where she teaches, and her mother insists that the family curse is to blame. So this is very eyeball forward for sure, and I would love to get to this if I can. And now let's get into the other videos I have planned for the month, which is 2 more. So one of those weeks I plan to do a taste test on the Olivia Blake books I have left on my TBR from before this year. So Olivia Blake has 3 books, I believe, that are coming out this year, 2 of which I already have because I've pre-ordered everything she's ever written. The Atlas 6 was what really got me into Olivia Blake. I really loved that book. I thought it was mesmerizing, amazing, fantastic. I just think that the rest of the series kind of faltered, and I feel like Olivia Blake was sort of pressured to write more and didn't have like that much time to really accentuate the themes that she was trying to dive into with the Atlas 6. I also read Alone with You in the Ether, which I also gave 5 stars, absolutely adored. 2 of these are standalones from Olivia Blake, and one is a like YA series. I think these are perfect to dive right in and see if the ending of the Atlas 6 trilogy is just because it was an ending, and Olivia Blake really is the author for me. So the first book I would like to get to is under her real name, and because Olivia Blake is her pen name, My Mechanical Romance by Alexine Farrell Fullmouth. Seems so cute. It's a YA romance. Belle is really struggling to be a woman in STEM, and she joins this like robot making competition where she meets this boy named Tio, and Tio's fear is that he'll never really live up to his family's high expectations for him. So the 2 bond together while making these robots, and obviously their chemistry aligns and they fall in love, I'm assuming. I want to see if Olivia Blake's like romantic leaning writing really shines in this, because that was something I loved about Alone with You in the Ether. Hopefully it's good. Then we have Masters of Death. This follows 2 opposing characters. Olivia Blake loves to do this. One is named Viola Marek, and she is a struggling real estate agent and a vampire, but her biggest problem currently is that the house she needs to sell is haunted. The ghost haunting the house has been murdered, and until he can solve the mystery of how he died, he refuses to move on. In comes a boy named Fox Demora, who is a medium, and though he is almost definitely a shameless fraud, he isn't entirely without his uses, seeing as he's actually the godson of death. So Viola seeks out Fox to help her with this ghost-infested mansion. I've heard really good things about this. I've heard that it's really fun, so I do think that this could be the more successful one of the vlog. And then finally, the one I'm the most scared of, and I don't know why, because it's not like I've heard lots of things about any of these books. I just pre-ordered them before even like looking at the synopsis, but that is One for My Enemy. This takes place in a modern day Manhattan where we lay our scene. 2 rival witch families fight to maintain the control of their respected criminal empires. So that sounds really cool. I didn't know that. On one side of the conflict are the Antonova sisters, each one beautiful, cunning, and ruthless, and their mother, the elusive supplier of premium intoxicants known only as Baba Yaga. Okay, I didn't know anything about this. On the other side, the influential Fredover brothers, serve their father, the crime boss known as Koche, the Deathless, whose community extortion ventures dominate the shadows of magical Manhattan. Okay, so we have a little battle between 2 families. Methinks this is going to be a Romeo and Juliet retelling. Just putting that out there. I'm a little bit more intrigued now. So these are the 3 books you can expect for that vlog, and we're really going to see if Olivia Blake is the author for me. I hope so, because I love her writing. And then finally, the last vlog I want to do this month is to read like I'm in school again. I miss reading classics for fun. And even though this is not necessarily fun because I'm assigning myself this task of reading classics, I just feel like I've been lacking in that department, and I have a lot of really big classics on my TBR, like War and Peace, Anna Karenina, Les Miserables, and I want to read them, but I feel like I need to test the waters first. So we're gonna start with the smallest classic on my TBR, and that is The Death of Ivan Ilyich by Leo Tolstoy. Laying humanity bare, these 2 devastating stories ask, is it possible to have a good death? And what does it mean to truly live? I don't know, but we're going to see. It's fairly short. It's only, let's see, 115 pages, and also really tiny. So I definitely think I could get through this fairly quickly, and I think it's a really good one to like kind of start out with. Then I have been craving to read this book ever since What Happened in New York with Luigi Mangione, and that is The Communist Manifesto by Karl Marx. Although this was published in 1848, the Communist Manifesto is still like as provocative as ever. Like the word communist is so spicy in our political climate. In the age of great inequality, the manifesto's message of an exploited and suffering working class that must rise up and claim the means of production and wealth continues to resonate. This is basically just a socialist message about inequality in regards to like financial disposition and the share of wealth. And I've been obviously very intrigued by this idea, especially coming from a country that leans more socialist in a way than other countries that are below us. The state of the world has been scaring me lately, so I just want to like find, I think, ideas to back up how I feel and stuff like that in just political discussions that I am having. And then I would really like to reread Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. When I read this for school, I didn't enjoy it at all, but lately I've been seeing a lot of discussions on this book and the themes of it, and really truly understanding the themes behind Frankenstein that I obviously wasn't getting in my class because I wasn't paying attention. So this is Mary Shelley's gothic tale of Dr. Frankenstein, who digs through different graves in order to find different body parts and creates the monster that we know and love today in pop culture. So I want to reread this. I want to highlight, I want to really like take my time with it, because I do think the themes presented in this book are those that I would really enjoy. Control, religion, the creation of evil kind of scenarios. So I would really just like to dive in and hopefully understand it and like it a bit more. And then finally, if I have time, I just want to read The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by Robert Louis Stevenson. I read this book as like a graphic novel really long time ago, like 6-7 years ago, and I enjoyed the story, but like I said, I've been craving to read classics, and I think reading classics from an author that I've read from before, but also in graphic form, so I have like the visuals, could really help me out. The story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde is pretty well known, but it takes place in like a gothic London once more, and follows this respectable doctor, but this mysterious relationship that he has with one of his associates, Mr. Hyde. And that's obviously all I'll say, because I think most people know this book. So these are the books I would really like to get to for that vlog, and I think they will really kickstart me on a good path to read more classics throughout the year, because I have a lot of ideas. So that's it. Those are all of the books I would like to read in the month of May. Please let me know down below if you've read any of them. Did you like them? Did you hate them? Let me know. And if you would like to follow me on any of my other social medias, I do leave a link down below to my Twitter, Goodreads, and Instagram if you would like to follow me there. And I will say this until I delete every single one of my social medias, but they are currently being controlled by oligarchs and very, very, very selfish people. And that makes me a little uncomfortable to have them and thus support them. But if the links are there, you can follow me there. If they're not, sorry. And of course, because it is the end of the video, please do not forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. It does wonders for my channel, makes me feel really good. And that's it. I never know how to end these things, so I will see you next time. Okay,